Hey y'all, it's me. It's your girl, the real deal, and you already know. Like, share, and subscribe. What's up, real deal? How y'all doing? Hey, but look, hold up. Before we get started, hit the like button. I'm gonna give you time to hit the like button so I can tell you what we're gonna talk about now. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay. Hold up, y'all. I got to change something. Wait a minute, real deal. Y'all go ahead on and push the like button. How y'all doing today? Okay. Let me tell you. Never heard of nobody complaining about uh too many smart students. The content tonight is about gifted teachers in Georgia. Audits complains there's too many students. Lord have mercy. Well, they smart. Ain't nothing we can do about it, is it? If they smart, y'all, we can't help that. So you just need to get more teachers, split the class up, or add more, let them teach more like the other teachers do. Other teachers teach 45. So what's the difference? So let me tell y'all what's going on. So y'all wanna okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put right here. Gifted teacher in Georgia. Okay, well, anyway, y'all, gifted teachers in Georgia audit complains there are too many students. Okay, let me tell y'all what's going on. What's really going on? The state auditor finds Georgia gifted program needs improvement. That's what they need. Georgia program for gifted students has problems with too large class sizes, teacher training, and student selection. A new report from the state auditor's office finds in the 2020 and 2021 school year, about 199,000 Georgia students were designated as gifted, representing about 12% of the 1.7 million statewide student body. The State Department of Georgia says these students need special instruction and are special ancillary services to achieve at levels commensurated with his or her ability. They need help, y'all, to help make sure that they get that instruction. The state spend between 30% and 68% more on each gifted student based on Georgia quality basic education formula for per student spending. That makes the gifted program the largest non-general education program funded according to the formula, y'all. The class size is what they having problem with, okay? The class sizes, okay? Um, gifted funding is based on a ratio of 12 students per teacher, but the auditors found more than 77% of gifted classes across the state assessed 12 students, and gifted classes average 23 students per teacher. That means that the state is paying a higher rate for gifted students, but may not be reaping the intended benefits. More individual instruction for gifted students. The editor finds. Okay, let's listen to this. Listen to this.
Audit takes a critical look at Georgia's gifted education program. Across the state of Georgia are overseeing way too many students.
11 Alive's Karis Belger has been poring over these documents for us. She's breaking down what you need to know tonight.
Class sizes, funding, and teacher qualifications. Just a few items mentioned in a new state audit of Georgia's gifted programs.
You know, we are all gifted to a point, but most of us are not exceptional in particular areas.
Berdalia Turner is the president of the Georgia Federation of Teachers. She says it's good the state is taking a closer look at the programs, especially the ratio of students to teachers in gifted classes.
There are a lot of factors there. Sometimes districts themselves don't understand that ratio.
According to the audit, there's a funding recommendation of 12-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, but no limit. There were also concerns over student selection for gifted classes. The audit found the Department of Education does not require all students to be screened. Students can be referred based on standardized tests or by teachers. And Asian and white students were...
What? Yep. That's true. Now, some of this stuff is true right here. Student will be referred based on standardized tests or by teachers. Some teachers are referring to some students.
Overrepresented compared to other racial and ethnic groups. 11 Alive reached out to the Georgia Department of Education, who sent the following statement, which says, in part, we are committed to expanding and strengthening opportunities for gifted.
Okay. It says we are committed to expanding and strengthening opportunities for gifted students in our state and to following the recommendations of the audits. Okay. Now, let me tell you something. The gifted coordinator told auditors that a lack of resources can lead to larger classes. Okay. The auditors found that this issue was exacerbate larger school systems. Georgia's 36 school systems with more than 10,000 students had an average of 23 gifted students per teacher, while 11 systems with less than 1,000 students had an average of 12 students per teacher. The auditor recommended that the General Assembly should consider tweaking funding for gifted students in discussion about ordering QBE, and the State Department Education should periodically review gifted class sizes. Okay.
Students in our state and to following the recommendations of the audit. And Turner says expanding the idea of what gifted entails would be a better overall educational investment.
A lot of times children are acting up and acting out because they are gifted, maybe not academically, but there are other ways that we can look at what giftedness means.
Karis Belger, 11.
They do be in them classes. They so smart. They just be sitting up there like, oh, we got to do the same thing. I'm already done with my work. And the DEO also noticed that the 1-to ratio is the formula for funding, not a limit. And the local district can waive class size under state laws. Y'all stay on top of this, parents, but the different methods of teaching may prevent gifted students from receiving individualized attention, auditors found. That is true. That is true. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this, and then this is the last thing I'm gonna share with y'all. This is the last thing I want to share with y'all, real deal. Because education is very important, and it's very important that all kids receive the same education, but you do have some more gifted than others, okay? Okay, other methods include cluster grouping, in which 6 to 8 gifted students are placed in an otherwise general education classroom, led by a teacher with a gifted endorsement. Who provides different lessons, and that's what I had to do in health. health is not hard, but I had to level it up for the individuals in my class that was gifted. So I had to give them something different, higher learning than I did some of the other groups. So I had to group them out levelly, but they didn't know that it was grouped like that. Okay. All right. For both group and collaborative teaching, which is similar to cluster grouping, but the classroom is led by a teacher without gifted certification who is assisted in lesson planning by a teacher with certification. That's not good. Statewide, 40% of gifted elementary school students were enrolled in a class with cluster grouping, and 12% had at least one collaborative teaching class. Okay. All right, y'all. The learning is very important. Cluster size is very important. Collaborative modules, however, are at higher risk of lacking differentiation because students may have a broad array of skills in the same classroom. All right, y'all. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I love y'all. I'm out.